Yes, hey, what's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. You fudged up, Arsenal. You fudged up. I'm not saying this should have been an avalanche of a win, right? 5-0, 6-0, or anything like that, 3-0, but comfortably a 1-0 and playing well as well. And you saw the inexperience. You saw the inexperience with Arsenal. And I'm concerned. I'm really concerned what's going to happen when they go to Munich, because even though this team, this Bayern Munich team, is not doing too well, I mean, they're pretty much not going to. They got nothing else to play for. They're out of pretty much every competition. The only thing that they have is the Champions League, and best believe they're going to give their all. They're going to go with everything. And these players, these experienced players, if they play Muller, Goretzka, Kimmich, Sane, just Harry Kane, these players, they're up for the task. They're up for the task, and I didn't see that from Arsenal. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that they're gonna, and because this was a comfortable win, this was a great game, a great result for Bayern Munich to take back home. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't even want to think what's gonna happen over there. At this point, it'd be a miracle if Arsenal end up winning this game against Bayern Munich, the return leg. Saw a lot of inexperience, and again from your boy. Not so much Raya and Gabriel, which I think he had to do with the goal as well. But Arteta, I'm not questioning his tactics. It's not his tactics. It's his temperament. It's his character. You see him, 1 minute into the game, and he's more concerned about the ball going, and he's playing ball boy instead of just focusing on the game itself. You're at home. You're playing against a team whose confidence is just shattered to pieces, and you're more worried about the ball going in right away. I get that, but Jesus Christ, dude, like, control yourself. Again, this guy, is there a sale on throw pillows or something? You guys don't see it. You don't see it because you're in denial. Arsenal fans are in denial, but Arteta's not a great coach. I'm not saying he's a joke of a coach. He's a clown. Sometimes I do want to say that, but he's not a good coach. He's just in a situation right now. And I want to go, I'm tempted to go as far as to say what Eto'o said about Guardiola when he was playing in Barcelona, that team played on their own. I wouldn't go as far as to say that with Arteta, but he's got, in my opinion, very little to do with the success of Arsenal. I'm sorry, to me, it's just obvious. For you guys, it's not. I get it, Arsenal fans. That's fine. I'm not saying, again, he's an embarrassment of a coach. He should quit. Obviously, he's not going to do that. He just arrived at a perfect moment, and he's just riding on that momentum wave. That's it. That's all it is. And he coaches. He was under the tutelage of Guardiola. He took classes. He's an ex-player. Obviously, not just anyone could come in and do his job. That's not what I'm talking about. But the inexperience of, man, the only thing I think he did well in this game was putting in Trossard and Gabriel Jesus, which came in and, changed the game and got the goal towards the end, got the equalizer. But after that, oh my God, come on. What are you telling? Like, what are you transmitting? I almost feel like they just kind of tolerate him at this point. Those two goals, the Bayern goals, shouldn't have gone in. They shouldn't have gone in. Obviously not. Of course they shouldn't have gone in. I don't think Raya is solely responsible for that goal. I think it's Gabriel as well, because we got one of the best, I think statistically, you guys know you're into statistics, one of the best defensive lines in the Premier League. And you do something like that. What is that? I get it. Like, Gabriel gets the ball and should be startled, not scared or panicking or, alarms ringing off. Just, what the heck? Hey, Raya, what are you doing over here, man? Get back over there, right? And instead, you see him like he doesn't know what he's going to do. He had more than enough space to be able to complete that pass to Kiwior. And what an awful pass. Again, I'm not saying it's solely Gabriel's fault, but I think he shares the blame in that play. Should have done a lot better. Of his caliber, a defender of his caliber, should have done a lot better with the ball. Yes, Raya, what the heck are you doing? Like, what were you thinking, right? And again, Arteta, I'm not saying Ramsdale's way better than Raya, but definitely with the amount of mistakes and the way this guy's playing, you should have changed them right then and there in this game. He should have been subbed off. Raya should have been subbed off after he did that. Even the supposed penalty with Ben White and, kicking the ball and then grabbing the ball, like, subbed off. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying he's a horrible keeper, just subbed off. We're giving you enough chances, subbed. Let's try something else. That's your Mikel. Your Mikel's doing that. He's behind that. My God. And then the second goal. What the hell? One of the best defensive lines in the Premier League. And you end up doing that. I get what was going through their heads with Gabriel just leaving it. He didn't want to foul him. He didn't want to commit the penalty. So he left it to Saliba. And Saliba should have done the same thing that Gabriel was trying to do with Saliba, which is leave it to Ben White. He should have left it for Ben White. Ben White would have taken care of it. Because at that point, Sané was going to lose the ball. He was going to lose the ball. And instead you get that penalty. Again, those 2 goals shouldn't have happened. Penalty well taken from Harry Kane. And that first half should have been at least a 3-1 from Bayern Munich with the Sané run. That Sané run, and instead of hooking it in, he just should have shot it. Like, beautiful pass from Musiala, and then he should have just shot it. I mean, he has the speed to comfortably get into a position where he wouldn't have that pressure. And instead, he hooks in the ball, which, I mean, could have worked out, but there were too many players also following him. Way too many players. I think it was like 4 or something like that. 3-1. That could have been an easily 3-1 first half. And thankfully, they came back. With Gabriel Jesus and Trossard coming in. And then they had a chance to be able to score towards the end with the penalty. And then they had the supposed, again, another one for Arsenal, the supposed penalty. Was it a penalty? I'm leaning towards, yeah, it was. I mean, what do I expect Saka to do? Like, turn and swerve, make a sharp left turn? He did leave out his leg on purpose, but Neuer also coming out, and you see him slightly extending his right leg. Given, like, what penalties are these days, yeah, I think it was a penalty. And Bayern too, I mean, the supposed penalty. That could have been a penalty. I mean, talk about errors, talk about, infantile errors. That was huge. And I think they didn't give it because of that, because nobody really makes mistakes like that. At that level. At this level, nobody really makes mistakes like that. Those very clear and obvious mistakes, we don't even make them when we're playing pickup. 5 against 5. We don't really even do that. So that could have been a penalty. And then the Coman corner kick. That hitting the post through Raya's legs, that also could have been a goal. I'm okay. Look, in the end, I'm okay with the 2-2. That stuff happens. Should have been playing a lot better. Odegaard, he's a player that if you don't mark him, he plays really well. But when you mark him, he's gone. He can't do physical. He can't do physicality. Goretzka, I think he could have done a better job at closing in, at least on Saka. Brilliant goal for Saka. Beautiful goal. And I mean, that's his strength. That's what he does. Every single time, he's always trying to reach the second post. He's always trying to swerve the ball in. And this time, it was beautiful. Landed, positioned perfectly for him to get the shot. Absolutely brilliant goal. Giving away those 2 goals was exactly that, giving away from Arsenal. You gave them the opportunity for a team that is hurting right now. Bayern Munich is suffering right now, and you made them look great. I mean, Tuchel was more than happy. I mean, he's leaving. He knows he's leaving, but he's leaving in good fashion. Last couple of games, this game, seems like he might qualify to semis. Jeez, you imagine that? This guy's going to get fired. Absolutely horrible season, and he might reach the semis because Arsenal... the inexperience because Arteta. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it there. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.